every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! My name is Ruta and welcome to the 243rd day of my challenge, where I'm gonna try a recipe which has a really cute name. Fruity, nutty pumpkin bread, and all the breads I've tried on my challenge from Laura in the Kitchen are so good. So I'm like so sure, like 99.99% sure that I will have an awesome thing today. So besides 3 ingredients which I cannot really find in Iran, ready in the shop to buy, and which I made from scratch myself, I don't really have anything else to add. Oh, I have one thing to boast about. Okay, so let's start with those 3 things that I made from scratch myself. Those are the applesauce, pumpkin pie spice, and pumpkin puree. So if you're like me and cannot find either all of them or just some of them, I will leave the links to the videos where I make the things for the first time on camera, and I'm leaving the links just because I made them for the first time together with you. It worked out and I'm doing the exact same thing except for the applesauce. That I cut the sugar in half, and instead of apple juice I used fresh apple juice. Oh my god, it's like the most perfect applesauce I've ever had in my life now. I made the whole batch, so I will use a very little amount in this recipe, and I'm planning to just dive right in with some simple pancakes with the rest of the applesauce. It's so good. Oh my god, really. You have to try that one. So check the description box for all the links and additional information on those particular ingredients. If you can buy them all, congrats. I'm kind of jealous. And the thing I wanted to boast is sweetened dried cranberries. I mean, this was such a shocking and random find for me, just because I cannot really find any berries here. I cannot find cranberries, I cannot find blueberries, blackberries, all the berries. So it was so random that I could find dried sweetened cranberries. I mean, for 4 years that I'm living, 4.5 years that I'm living in Iran, I couldn't find any of the dried or non-dried berries, so it's so shocking. So I kind of wanted to boast. That's everything I wanted to mention. Now let's go over the ingredients and let's get started. We're gonna need 200 grams of flour, 250 grams of sugar, 150 grams of pumpkin puree, 120 grams of sweetened applesauce, 40 grams of walnuts chopped, 50 grams of golden raisins, 50 grams of dark raisins, 50 grams of dried sweetened cranberries, 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. As with any kind of cooking, I like to start with all the preparations possible. So the very first thing, turning on the oven to preheat to 180 degrees. The second thing, the loaf pan, which I'm gonna line the very bottom of it with some parchment paper, and then at the sides I'm gonna spray with some nonstick cooking spray so nothing sticks. My nuts and dried fruit. I'm gonna add them all to this bowl, take quarter cup of flour, and just mix until everything is nicely coated with flour. And in theory, it should prevent everything from drowning or sinking to the very bottom of the bread. Instead, they should distribute really nicely, which we will examine once the bread is done. So now I'm gonna take walnuts, dark and golden raisins, and the cranberries. And as I mentioned, somewhat around quarter cup of flour. And while I'm doing all the mixing to the flour, I'm gonna add all the spices: pumpkin pie spice, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and quickly mix them all in. And now I literally mixed everything else what I haven't touched yet. So this will be my wet mixture. I'm gonna take applesauce, pumpkin puree, sugar. I know this doesn't look like a liquid, but apparently in baking it's considered as a liquid. I don't know, don't ask. Vanilla extract, add 2 eggs and just mix everything together. This didn't even, what is this, a eggshell? No. Okay, so this didn't even take 20 seconds, not even kidding. So to the wet mixture, now I'm gonna add my dry one. And at this stage, like while you're mixing all the wet ingredients, it doesn't really matter. You can mix like for an hour if you like. But once you add the dry mixture, you do not want to overmix. Just mix until everything looks kind of combined, but actually even less than that. Because otherwise you won't get the lightness and fluffiness, and I'm pretty sure you do want that. You see, I still want to mix, but I will stop at this point even though I see some flour there, because I know that now I want to mix in all the dried fruits and nuts. So I will switch to my spatula actually now. Is it spatula? Yeah, spatula, and carefully, or I don't really need to be careful, do I? So I'll just fold the dry things in, and that's it. It's like the hardest thing to stop mixing, but that's actually perfect. So I'll just poke this little point here because I saw some flour, but that's it. So now I'm gonna add this to my baking loaf, or what's that, loaf pan, and put it into the oven for 1 hour. Amazing. It looks so cool. It looks something I could actually go and buy in a bakery. So cool. By the way, I let it cool down 20 minutes before I attempted to take it out from the loaf pan. And that will be about everything I will say, because I need to bite. I want the strawberry. Cranberry, I meant. This is so autumny / wintry. For me, the very corner is the best part ever. This is so good. You said I'm chatting. I can be more silent. This is awesome. What I was thinking, I cannot really even understand what this bread is. I mean, I know the name, I made it, but if someone gave me a piece of this, I could never guess what it is. But it tastes amazing. It's kind of Christmassy, because I don't, maybe it's from the ginger in the pumpkin pie spice, but it totally has like a slight resemblance to a gingerbread. Okay, I think I will take a sip of tea and I will let you go because there's nothing else to say. Warm pastry with tea. What can be better? I'm so happy, really. I will go and have the best break ever. If you like, I won't even say pumpkin bread, just such kind of breads. For me, it's like a pie, not pie, cake. Cake-like. it feels so healthy because all of the dried things, and it's so interesting. I'm not a big fan of raisins, but here they're perfect. So if you want, go and check the original recipe by Laura there. The written recipe is in the description box down below, as always, in both American and the metric systems, just because I am converting every single recipe I try from the American system to the metric one, you know, mine, so I can understand and do and make the recipe. So if you're also a metric system person, you can find all the measurements all converted in the description box down below. I really hope that this was fun and helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye!